Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to work on the new twin turbo setup. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell to stay up to date with this build. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright boys, over the last week or so I've been umming and ahhing about if I should do the compound turbo setup or just go GT35 as a single. I did start to do a different up pipe, as you can probably tell down there. Been chopping it up, but in the last couple of days I came across another compound turbo Subaru in the States, and it is crazy, and it's running very similar intake, like TGVs, injectors, and stuff like that. So that brought back some more confidence. However, being in the States, all of that brake stuff is on that side, so there's a lot more room for them over there in that area. So we'll see what we can do, but yeah, I'm going to get the TDO5 back down there. I'm going to clock the compressor housing up just a little bit. Hopefully we can have a little bit better fitting and clear up the breather as well. We'll be able to sort something out for that, but it's more getting the exhaust from the back of the TDO5 up to this big boy here. So yeah, I'm going to use the original up pipe, but I'll probably end up cutting the flange off it and using that flange, because that flange there seals 100 times better than the little donut gasket on that. I had quite a bit of leakage on that when I used to use that, so it's going to be more of a solid mount to that one. So, and also we'll have to chop in a wastegate to that up pipe too. So a little bit of work to be done, but I can do that. Right, got the GT35 off. Wasn't the best up there. It was pretty floppy and not mounted very well. Anyway, with having the other up pipe in there, we mount to the original bracket, so it's pretty solid base to begin with. So we should be good. Yeah, that up pipe's not connected, so main thing is also with this up pipe we have to work out the power steering lines. So I'll probably have to get in there with just that bolted up, see what the go is with the power steering lines, and see where I can put a wastegate. Might have to go down on the steering and back around and up to go back into the dump of the TDO5, so then it can feed the GT35. It's going to be a bit of piping back there, so yeah, it's going to be obviously all heat wrapped, keep the temps down, hopefully around that area. Alright boys, so I clocked the compressor housing up probably 10 mil maybe. So as you can see, it gets smaller here, so it's opened up the gap for the block breather, which is great, and it's up a little higher, so I should be able to have like a low profile bolt. That is the bracket for the up pipe as well. It's not on there, but to keep that all in place, definitely want to have that on there because we're going to have a bit of weight with the GT35 on that. But yeah, I haven't done anything down here yet. Just got the bolt in there. So with having this bracket on, we should have that 3-bolt flange in the correct position. So that I'm not too worried about. But the lack of space down there, I am. Alright boys, been playing around here for an hour or so. This is going to be hard, but I brought in my old exhaust. I got a nice big chop out of, so I'll repair that. Because it was with this turbo and the GT35, same turbos, so I might just have to change it down there a little bit, because if I remember correctly, it was knocking a little bit on the body, something like that. Anyway, yeah, and obviously it's chopped, and so what I might do is actually merge this one with my current one, because obviously the current one has a V-band to the mid pipe, so I'm going to have to use that section, and it's a lot better than this one, better welding. But this will be all wrapped up again anyway. So yeah, I just got to get the right angle of where the turbo was, so I'm going to be looking at a lot of old photos. I've got quite a bit on Instagram, but just trying to get the right angle again. Yeah, this will, it sits back a little bit further, so yeah, unless I chop that off and I extend it with a straight piece. So yeah, anyway, I'll work it out. Hopefully I can have a bit of time over the weekend by myself in here and make some loud noises, cutting and tacking up some exhaust. Alrighty guys, it's the next day, as you can tell. Last night and this morning I was looking at my old videos on how I mounted the GT35 to the TD05. Yeah, it came up straight away, and it had the T3 flange about there. Now that only had the one wastegate on it for the GT35, because I was still running the internal wastegate on the TD05, so that's going to make it a lot harder, being the right hand drive car. So I am thinking of running this, so chopping this flange off here, and that will be the in for the wastegate for the TD05, and that'll like go on the back here. Yeah, does that make sense? And then but I might have to get another wastegate, because that 50mm, wherever it's gone, can't miss it. Anyway, that is huge, and it doesn't really fit down there, so I might try to mount, oh there it is, it's holding the GT35 up. I'll get the TD05 one sorted first, and then we'll mount the GT35 and we can sort it out from there. There should be enough space to run another pipe up here, probably on this side here, but yeah. Might try to mount that exhaust to there so I can find out where it sits. It is a bit hard to think I've got a spare jack stand to try to get it into place, but yeah, let's chop this off first. I'm gonna have to chop this flange off too, so might be easiest to chop that flange off first. Alright boys, so cut the flange off that, and I've got the flange off that one, so we'll clean those up. That should fit in there pretty good. I'll just have to taper it from the other side. Once I clean up that, we'll bolt that flange to the back side of the TD05. Alright boys, I have lost my V-band clamp for the 3-inch, so the back of the GT35. I thought it might have been on the exhaust seal that was under the car. No. No idea. Been looking for it for a while now. So I've pretty much got it lined up with the old exhaust there. So I'm just trying to work out how much I need to add on to this. I'm going to have the 2-inch V-band there, so that'll make it easier to get off. So once we get the height right, the location, then we'll deal with the compressor side of it. I just need to find this V-band clamp. Had the engine out since then, so it shouldn't be down there. Alright boys, I found it. It was over there around, it was around the oil filter. Don't know why, it's very odd. Anyway, I've got it V-band to the old exhaust. Mind you, the exhaust is resting up against the transmission, and it's resting on top of that wheel bit down there, so it's a bit of movement there. So yeah, we've got a bit to do, a lot to do, should I say. Touching the brakes there, which is not good. Obviously it's time to tilt it down, and it'll probably snap soon because it's just being held in with a cable tie. But I think we're gonna have to step away for a little bit. I'm getting a bit frustrated, so clear my mind and come back later, probably when the boys are in bed. So I got a few cuts done, but yeah, come back later. Alright boys, I finally made it back in here. It's now Sunday night. I had Saturday night off, just chilled and watched a movie. So yeah, we're still here, so I've got to get that in there and then work out how much I need to get that V-band on to that section there. Pretty much I might grab a couple of the brooms and put them across the strut tower and cable tie the GT35. I think that's how I did it last time. So get into position and yeah, hopefully that works. Jeez, this is hard. Wish I never chopped up that piece between the two turbos. Just been a straight bolt on. Anyway, that had a wastegate that came out here, which I'm most likely not going to have. So we're going to try something different anyway. Hopefully we can get these V-bands to work. Yeah, like I said before, it's really tight in there. So yep. Alright boys, I think I'm not going to worry too much about using this dump. Yeah, I'll probably use like the top section, but it's got me stumped on how I made that one before. But anyway, I just got to make a new up pipe. If I can use some of this, that'd be great. Might have to use sections of it. But yeah, I do like to reuse, so hopefully I can make the back section there, and we'll see where we go from there. So I'm going to do a cut on that up pipe I did, so I can get the V-band off. So hopefully we can get it sitting in a decent position. Alright boys, I think I've kind of worked it out. So I've got the V-band on here. I can rotate it, get the angle. And I've obviously got that bit there. So what I need to do is line it up to where I want it. And I just mark it. And I will take this flange off the back here. And I'll just tack that on with a few good tacks. Don't have a lot of argon left, so we'll probably just get some tacks done. And probably this week I'll need to get another bottle. Definitely this week I'll need to get another bottle. Just got to work out when I can get another bottle. Anyways, I've got to find a Sharpie, mark it, get that off. Alright boys, so I've got that tacked in there, and I should be able to work out a way to get the wastegate to go into that. We have to like snake it around the steering, but I'll make it work. Let's see how this sits on. Alright, got that tacked on there now. There's about 5 tacks on that, so it should be good. Only hard thing is it's a bit of an angle, so we've got to get this further on. Alrighty boys, we've got it mounted. It's pretty solid, so we've got enough room. Might be able to use the old one, not sure, but we do have a bit of an angle here. Best thing is we don't need piping there, but I will put piping there anyway. Looks like we've got a bit of room to play with. I think this actually sits a bit lower than my last one. We'll find out if it rubs on the bonnet. But I'm just going to clock the compressor housing. I've got most of them loose, I think. Anyway, I'll clock that so it's down towards that one. Alright, bit of a mess in here. I just tried having the exhaust on there. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Gonna have to make a new one from probably here or here down, which is fine because I've got my other one which is pretty close to the same location, so we'll it'll work on that, joining the two. So it is pretty tight, so I think this might actually be pretty good still. So what we'll do, obviously we'll start off longer, see if that works. If it's not, then we can keep going shorter and shorter. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. We'll get the GT35 back onto the V-band, and I think I might call it a night. Alright boys, all back together. Well, not really all back together, but GT35 is back on. Very solid, pretty happy. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll chop that exhaust probably around here or around here, probably here actually, and yeah, hopefully it makes its way down there pretty good. And if it does, freaking awesome. A lot less work for me to do. Yeah, because I'm waiting on finishing this off before I can finish that off, so hopefully I can get this done as quickly as possible, but gotta make it look good too. Anyway, I'll be back out here tomorrow night. See you soon. Alright boys, it's about 8:30 now. When I got home I quickly cut up that dump pipe, and as you can tell, I went a lot further because it wasn't fitting. And I'll show you why. Alright, let's get this light on. So, there's my old dump. Yeah. It's definitely sitting across a lot more. As you can tell, if you look through here, the little up pipe here, this bit, I swear that was up a lot more, and I got set about here, I reckon. So that's shifted across. I can rotate just a little bit because I got the got it on the V-band, but I don't think that's going to help at all. So I think I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to get the intake on and throttle body, and I have to work out it properly to make sure it doesn't get in the way of the intake coming across here. So yeah, this one might be a little bit of a bust. I'm not sure just yet, so bear with me. Alright, got the intake on. Got the grotty throttle body on. Have to do something about that one. And then we'll get this intercooler pipe on, and then we can work out the exhaust. Yeah. Oh, alright. We really don't have much room to play with. Okay. Might have to see. Oh. If I can bring the turbo across here more. Sucks. Yeah, it needs to be like 2 inches over that way more. And then that dump would fit in there, go down nicely. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to have a little play around here for a while, but I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. This might take me a little bit longer than I thought. So I'm going to go inside, get changed, and come back out and get grotty. So if you like this episode, I'm pretty keen on how the setup's actually going to be. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.